What it is, my 10 Peace and Grease here, and today we're talking about vault runs. Now, the most obvious question you're probably going to ask is, Peace, why? Why do I care about vault runs? Well, the simple answer is corrupted mods. Now, there are approximately 22 or 23 corrupted mods that can drop from a vault. Now, the only way that you can earn these corrupted mods is through, you guessed it, vault runs. Now, these corrupted mods, I should say, many of them are in high demand. Mods like Blind Rage, Fleeting Expertise, Narrow-Minded, Overextended, Transient Fortitude, Heavy Caliber, even Magnum Force is going to be a mod to watch moving forward because PC did get a buff to Magnum Force, bringing it in line to Heavy Caliber, which is for primaries. Magnum Force is for secondary. So we should be getting that buff hopefully in the near future, and that could potentially bring Magnum Force up into a much desirable level than it is now. But just like there are desirable mods, corrupted mods, there are also mods that just aren't sought after by that many people. Some of the vile mods, some of the tainted mods, frail momentum, so on and so forth. Some of these mods just not in demand. Just nobody cares about them. Unless, of course, you're doing some sort of a specialty or niche build, or if you're a collector and you just want to have, or a completionist and want to have every mod in the game. Yeah, then that's going to be, you're probably going to want those mods regardless. But a good example of a corrupted mod is with Overextended, for example. You get a substantial boost to range, but you must sacrifice power strength. So that's what pretty much corrupted mods are going to do. They're going to give you that buff in one area, but make you sacrifice in another. So the basic mechanic here is that when you go to the Orokin Derelict, you put all dragon mods in your gear wheel, dragon keys, I should say, in your gear wheel. And then as you're running around the Orokin Derelict, you're looking for this door right here. Now, if you're in a full squad of 4, you would just simply approach the door. This door is saying that it needs an extinguished dragon key. If you were not the member that had the extinguished dragon key, you would just mark it via the waypoint, and your entire squad would rally on you. And whoever happened to have that extinguished dragon key could then open the door. Now, since you're solo, you have all 4 dragon keys equipped in your gear wheel already. So whatever key it asks for, you already have it. But needless to say, this door is pretty obvious. It's unlike any door in the game of Warframe, so it sticks out like a sore thumb. So as a result, it's pretty easy to spot. With that said, though, this dragon key door can be found at the beginning of the mission, the middle of the mission, or the end of the mission. All right, and everything in between. So you're going to have to wander around and search and look for this door. But once you do, you just simply approach it, you interact with it, and open the door, and you're greeted with this gigantic Excalibur Prime, as well as this giant this big orange orb. And you collect the artifact. Now, when you collect the artifact, the dragon keys have a severe impact on your Warframe, but the artifact that you pick up also has a severe impact on your Warframe. So when you pick up this artifact, you typically don't want to mess around too long. You basically want to get to extraction as quick as you can because, yeah, you are severely hampered by these mods and now this artifact. With that said, though, this artifact isn't going to show up in your mission progress, your summary. In fact, nowhere in it is it listed that you even picked anything up. So how do you know you got it? Well, quite simply, when you go to extraction, it will reveal what you actually picked up. So, all right, so with that said, let's get to extraction. And we will see what we earned. You know, like I already said, honestly, running these vaults with a full squad is much, much easier. However, it's not really that bad to run these solo. You can use an invis frame like I am here with Loki, Ivara, maybe even Ash. as well as Limbo. Limbo is actually my preferred frame to do this, more times than not, because Loki is pretty much impervious to any type of damage. Invis frames, as good as they do work, the problem with Invis frames, however, is that when you encounter a battle between the infested and Corpus actually occurring in the Orokin Derelict, you can take collateral damage, even if you're Invis. And you will be surprised how just the smallest bit of collateral damage will down you. So you want to give them a wide berth. But let's see what we get here. And we get Frail Momentum. Yeah, Frail Momentum gives you fire rate, but you lose damage on a shotgun. Yeah, see, that's why, like I said, not a mod that's in high demand, sadly. Like I said, you may have collectors out there or completionists that just want every mod. Maybe they will actually have use for it, but most people don't tend to go for it because who wants to sacrifice damage? Yeah, pretty much nobody. Alright, so let's talk about the Orokin Derelict real briefly here. The Orokin Derelict is different from any other mission in the game of Warframe because any other mission you could just simply select the planet, select the node, jump in and run the mission. Just that easy. The Orokin Derelict is different, because the Orokin Derelict actually requires you to have a key just to run the mission. Alright? So you're probably wondering, okay, well, where do I get said key to be able to run the missions in the Orokin Derelict? Well, if you go to the market, underneath equipment, and more specifically, keys and drones, you will find the Orokin Derelict mission keys. Now, I recommend you buy all of these reusable blueprints. However, if you don't have enough to buy them all, you may want to go with something like Capture or Exterminate. Those are what I tend to go for. If you prefer mobile defense, sabotage, or survival, by all means, go with what you prefer. Me, I tend to go Capture and Exterminate. Alright? So, you do what you do. So, let's talk about these dragon keys, and then we'll talk about where you get them. So there are 4 dragon keys, and you just equip them in your gear wheel like you do anything else. So the first dragon key is the bleeding dragon key. The bleeding dragon key actually reduces your health. Okay? The next is the decaying dragon key, which reduces your shields. Next up is the extinguished dragon key that reduces your damage. And lastly, the hobble dragon key, which reduces your movement speed. So when you have all 4 of these dragon keys equipped, you have greatly reduced shields, health, damage output, and movement speed. And then when you collect the artifact at the vault, it even has another significant impact on you. So yeah, this is why I recommend a full squad. Makes this much easier. But if you're a solo player, if you happen to be running missions and your friends aren't online, you know, you can solo them. It is doable, and it's not that hard. But to each their own. So let's talk about dragon keys really quickly. Now, you're probably wondering, all right, Peace, where do we get the dragon keys? Okay, this is a good news, bad news situation. Because, as I've mentioned in my other videos, it's, at least as far as I'm concerned, highly, highly, highly advisable for you to join a clan. And you want to join a clan because it gives you access to certain things you can't earn anywhere else in game. And guess what? That's right. You get the dragon keys from your dojo. Now, if you're not a part of a clan, that puts you at an impasse, because you have to go to a dojo and you have to reacquire the reusable blueprints from the Orokin lab. So, however your particular dojo is set up, you go to the Orokin lab, go to the terminal at the furthest left, and as soon as you open it up, bingo bango, there are your dragon keys, all 4 of them. The bleeding, decaying, extinguished, and hobbled. Alright? And these are reusable blueprints, so you can make as many of these as you want. But with all those things said, hopefully that helps you guys out and lets you know what to expect from vault runs, why you want to run them, and some of my personal advice. But with all of those things said, let me know in the comments section how your vault runs are going and what mod you're looking for. And until next time, peace and grace.